I get a higher?
Thank you. What's good, y'all? Look,
hello, everybody.
Usually Heston start this off, but let's go ahead and mix it up for y'all. How y'all doing this middle of the week? I hope y'all are doing great. I'm the boy Dame.
And it's your boy Heston.
And we're not experts
At all.
Holy shit, we've never done that.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's crazy. Let's go.
hey, we didn't fuck it up either.
No, we didn't.
That's a little exciting.
We didn't.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody. It
What's
is
up?
Monday, October 12th, 2020.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Dame is in a mood.
Oh, hey guys, y'all already know how I'm feeling right now. Because
I would certainly say it's a great mood.
if y'all have listened to any of our sports shows, y'all know I'm huge on LeBron. Y'all already know what happened, I would imagine, by this point. So I don't think I have to dwell too much, but y'all would understand how I'm feeling right now.
Hell yeah.
He's not lying.
Hell yeah.
I feel great, and he feels the vibe.
Oh, absolutely. And before we dive into that, we just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, the Alamo City Cheesehead.
Let's get it.
They're awesome. They're actually
you.
going to be a big reason why I get to do something that's coming up soon. Not going to give the details on that yet, but they're a big contributor into something else I get to do as well, which is going to be awesome.
He should definitely tell y'all, but he's not. But
absolutely, yeah. So just check them out on all their social medias.
Man.
You know, if you got any questions about the club or anything like that, hit them up. They're awesome. They support us, and we love them. So
Yeah.
shout out to those guys.
Definitely appreciative. And again, if y'all are coming and joining, listening for the first time, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and tell your family and your friends. I know I'm whispering, but I'm doing that on purpose. But I know that y'all can hear me. So go ahead and do what you got to do, and let's go ahead and rock and roll this goddamn sports show.
And on that note as well, we have hit 600 listens for the show on all the streaming platforms.
Man, look.
And on YouTube, I kind of fucked up because I'm a big old retard. And I wasn't checking the total number of views we've ever gotten. It was only for like the last 28 days.
Yeah, he's looking at weird stuff.
So after further research, we've actually already passed 100 views on YouTube.
Yep.
And we've actually just passed 200 this past week.
We doubled that. Yep.
Hell
200.
yeah. So we're going for 300 on YouTube now. Let's go. A reminder for all you guys. We do have clips available on YouTube too with individual topics and segments from both of our shows, the other show and the sports show.
This is important. This is why y'all need to go to YouTube. And I get it. If y'all don't have a YouTube account, it doesn't matter. But we do segment on YouTube. So you can catch portions of everything we're talking about just in one segment. So you don't have to listen to everything. So that's why YouTube is super important right now to us. We're already over 200. That's huge. But y'all go there. If y'all want segments, y'all don't want to listen to everything, we have it segmented down for you guys.
Yes.
We did this on purpose.
Yeah,
so.
and I also already have playlists created on the show too. So if you go to our YouTube, you can actually see that there are 4 playlists. We have a playlist for full episodes of the sports show, full episodes of our second show, and then we have clips from the sports show and then clips from the second show.
Exactly.
And the clips drop on the same day at the same time as the main episodes. Everything on YouTube drops at 11 a.m. the same day as uploads of the podcast on regular streaming platforms.
Yep.
So 9 a.m. uploads, Wednesdays and Fridays respectively, and then 11 a.m. Wednesdays and Fridays respectively on the same days. So
and
if y'all
that
don't have
changes,
a full 90 minutes...
We will shout out to you guys if that's ever going to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I
guys,
always make posts about it and all that stuff.
Be aware it could, because we all live our lives. But yeah, we trying to keep it consistent for y'all.
Yeah,
so.
and it's been awesome. We have been getting more engagement on YouTube. We do ask that you subscribe just so you don't miss any of the content that we upload. We would greatly appreciate it. But things are moving, man. Like, if you count the YouTube views, we're almost to our first 1,000 views, which is pretty fucking cool.
It's crazy.
So
it's crazy.
I'm pretty excited.
That means people are
awesome.
actually listening. So we're
almost to our first 30 subscribers, which is cool. But I want to get to our first 100. I want to get to the first 100 subscribers on YouTube. So if you listen to the show and y'all just want to show us a little bit of support,
please.
It'd be cool if y'all just sub to us on there too. That would be really awesome. And like I said, I've been saying this.
50,
I'm working on it. We are gonna have video on YouTube soon with the clips and everything. It's all gonna be there. So.
Y'all are also gonna get video soon.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a bunch of stuff that are in the works, guys. We promise you that the experience will only get better. So if you already listen to us now and like it now, it's only gonna be a better experience, and this is a guarantee from me and from Heston, bro. Like, I guarantee you, bro.
Hell yeah.
We're going to give y'all some good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Y'all better be ready. I hope y'all ready.
Absolutely.
I hope they ready for this sports show. I hope they're ready right now.
Okay, well, we're just going to get straight into it.
Let's go right into it.
We're ready for it.
Go ahead, bro.
We're going to start straight up with a congratulations.
Thank you,
not only to the team, but to the fans and to Dame personally.
Thank you.
The LA Lakers are the NBA champions as of last night. This was just last night.
And so I called it wrong. And so I'll come back and I will admit when I'm wrong. I did call 4-1 in the Black Mama jerseys. They lost. But I also had something that I never said, that it was going to be a narrative of the 4-1 Mama jerseys, which technically I'm not wrong. The Mama jerseys were 4-1. All the other series were 4-1. They won 4-2. So it makes it sound a little weird, but trust me, all this stuff is done. They say behind the scenes.
Yeah, you called everything ahead. You called everything up to them winning in the Mama jerseys.
That was the only thing.
You called everything.
And so the crazy part about it is, right, the Mama jerseys are, we're going to win. They did not wear the Mama jerseys when they won. So, I mean, that just makes you look back on it and say it was just all like a big, come on, y'all know we're going to wear these jerseys, we're going to win. It's a psychological game. Mm-hmm. And so if anybody really watches sports and pays attention, all sports are psychological. And now, of course, the physical and the mental comes into that, but the mental is more on the
when we talk about momentum, a lot of that has to do with attitude.
Yep.
And that's why I've said too, some people think it's dumb when teams change their uniforms and stuff. That I actually think that has a larger impact than people usually consider. It's an energy, it's a mood, it's a vibe. And if you go in there and you're ready to be a dog and you're ready to fight and you're ready to just fuck shit up.
Exactly.
That changes everything about the way that you play, and changing your uniforms can have that exact type of impact.
Exactly.
So, no, I get it. You put them on, you're we're about to fucking kick some ass today.
Right.
That's
and
what's
so
up.
They didn't win, but LeBron dropped a 40-point, almost triple-double. So my guy did what exactly he was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So I just leave it at that. They lost that game, but we're champions now. So
that's true. So who
all
cares?
that matters.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when we look back on all this shit, bro, in 10 years, we'll just be saying LeBron's the GOAT, bro. Nobody has never done.
And on top of that, LeBron did also win Finals MVP as well.
So he's the first player to win Finals MVP on 3 different teams, which is very difficult to do, because their players have went to the championship all the time, but they didn't win Finals MVP for that.
Right.
He has done it for 3 different teams, which everybody said Kawhi was going to do it first, but he couldn't get past the goddamn Nuggets. So I don't know why we even having this conversation. LeBron was the first player to do it. Maybe Kawhi can do it, right?
Kawhi could still do it
within the next couple of years, but LeBron's in his 17th season doing this. Kawhi's gonna do that record in 10 years, 11 years?
We'll see, man. So, Luka Doncic and Porzingis.
There's so many players,
and the
bro.
Nets, might have something to say.
This
about
is what I'm gonna say right now. People don't understand the severity of LeBron James. They just don't. And so when he retires.
When you say severity, you mean impact.
The impact on everything he's done.
Right.
So when he retires, bro, there are going to be records that people break, but LeBron will be so much higher. You'll be like, damn, they're just second. But they have to do this much to be to overtop LeBron.
Right.
Bro,
yeah.
It's going to be crazy stuff that we see. And people just don't understand the sports life of, I get it. People hate LeBron, and y'all say he's whatever he is, but at the end of the day, bro, when we start talking about numbers and all this shit, we're LeBron is the GOAT. It's the same thing kind of with Tony Romo, right? Tony Romo never really just drove a team to the bowl and won a Super Bowl.
No.
But if you look at Tony Romo's stats, they're gross. The difference is LeBron has 4 rings, though. So, I mean, the person that we compare him to has 6, but I mean, LeBron hasn't been favored in none of his finals other than a couple.
He was favored this year.
He won.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He was favored the other year. He won. He was favored against Dallas. He lost. So the only thing we could be talking mess about is him losing to Dallas. Any other finals, bro, he wasn't favored. Guess what Jordan was favored out of the 6 titles he won? All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. So what are we talking about then? How can we say, well, Jordan was just so dominant, he was just that good? Not really, bro. He just had a team with him that they were just favored to win, so he should have won, and he did. Jordan never beat a team that was favored against him. LeBron did that.
Yeah.
A couple of times, actually, because, I mean, if we think about his rings, right, he has 4. This year, yes. The 1 year against the Spurs and against Dallas. That's the only time he's ever been favored to win.
Mm-hmm.
But he's 4. He has 4, though. So that means even with him fucking up with Dallas, he beat a team that he shouldn't have beat. And he also beat a 3-1. He was down 3-1 and overcame that, which we've never seen in NBA history ever. Like, LeBron's the GOAT. Period, bro. And so I'm glad that we started off the show with LeBron's the GOAT, but he's just the GOAT, bro. And so a lot of people try to bring up the 3-6 or the 4-6, and Jordan was 6-6. But I mean, Jordan was favored to win though, so he should have won them. So why are we putting that on an additional pedestal when it's not? He was supposed to win.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So why are we saying that Jordan was greater when he was supposed to have won what he won? Like, I don't.
I get that.
You know what I mean? It's weird, bro. Like, if you think about LeBron's track history and playing the teams he played, like, he's playing Spurs teams where he's like 20. Like, of course you're gonna get swept, bro. Like, what? Playing Golden State teams 7-3-9, and then before even he, you know, they were 7-3-9 and they were good. Then after that they add Durant. Like, of course you're supposed to lose, bro. Like,
right.
If you win, holy shit, like, goddamn, like. So he loses, but people forget, like, he was supposed to lose. And then they make it seem like, well, he should have won. This is why he ain't good. Why is he not good? He's supposed to have lost that. So why the fuck, if he lost it, why are we saying, like, he should have won it when he was supposed to lose? Like, I don't. So, yeah, it's weird. LeBron, I'm telling you right now, I'm almost going to say this. And I'm going to say it right now. And and I could be wrong. But the Lakers are definitely in contentions to repeat.
Well, I mean, there's definitely. I mean, the roster won't change very much next year.
Nobody's roster throughout the whole league is about to change that much next year. So that would mean.
Well, you got guys coming back.
But are they really going to come back? Because it's still the bubble. So are we still going to give them an option to opt out or not? We don't know yet. We don't know.
So kind of feeding off that, right? The NBA did announce, like, in regards to, like, next season.
Yep.
They said that the NBA ratings this year were, like, really, really bad. Like,
we already talked about why they were, though. We already talked about why they were. Basketball season is done in June.
Mm-hmm.
What month is this?
We're in October now.
Dude, there's baseball playoffs happening right now. There's football that just started. There's hockey.
Yep.
That's like. The ratings,
I'll be honest, once football started, I kind of stopped watching basketball.
The ratings for basketball should be the lowest because in a normal year, nobody's watching basketball right now. They're watching other sports.
Yeah.
And they're just doing the same thing. Yep. So, of course, since the season got extended for basketball, the ratings should be low. So, to me, I was just like, people are tripping off of it and making it seem like basketball is shit.
This is what I'm getting at. They're tying those low ratings, at least in part, to all the Black Lives Matter stuff. And because of that, they said they're not going to continue the Black Lives Matter stuff next season. Like, they're going to, like, not do the banner and the jersey.
There's a time and a place.
You think so?
We already talked about this. There's a time and a place. Now, if they want to do it, then people will like it. Some people will hate it.
Well, that's going to be the case no matter what.
So, look, if Kaepernick took a knee years ago and people hated it, but people are taking knees now and they have a job but Kaepernick don't, that's exactly what that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter, bro.
Okay.
And so, you know, at this point, I feel like Black Lives Matters, they do, but you have to present it and be about it a certain way. It can't be sloppy. And I feel like it's a little sloppy. And so that's why Black Lives Matters is going to end up almost being swept under a rug of it was sloppy. And people are taking it more serious. But when you're trying to reach an overall everybody, the way that it took place, it's not. It won't. It won't. You'll get a couple more people to be like, oh, yeah, you're right. But the effect that they wanted it to have, it didn't, and it won't unless you bring it the right way.
I think you can agree with me in stating that, like, the boycott was, like, their biggest opportunity, and they fucked it up.
So,
like, that was their chance, and then, like, when that didn't happen, like, that was kind of it.
This is what makes it crazy. the NBA already had a placement for how they were going to take care of it.
The boycott is what you mean.
Yes. And we talked about this before. Milwaukee Bucks, though, decided
they fucked it up. Yeah.
Since one of the deaths happened in their hometown,
right,
they were going to say, fuck whatever we were going to really do to have an impact, and we're just going to say something now. So then when they did that, again, we talk about this butterfly effect or this trickle effect all the time. One person does something, it throws a stone in the water. There are waves that come out of that. Then the waves are now different.
Yeah.
So now the NBA has to try to handle it differently, which there's nothing you can do now because the Milwaukee Bucks came out unannounced and then did that.
Right.
So then that would have meant at that time that they did that, y'all just stop playing to make Black Lives Matters look for real. Or if you keep playing, people are just going to say, like, well, then it really doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, it's true, though.
And so that's what happened.
Yeah,
and
like
so,
their hands were tied.
And it sucks. Because the league was like, well, Milwaukee's making a good point, but we had something bigger in plan than that. So then now you say, like, your hands are tied and you're stuck. And so now NBA, to a lot of people, is disrespectful. Like, it changed it from being like they cared about Black lives to now being just as disrespectful, because if it was that important, wouldn't y'all have just stopped playing? Which it isn't fair to other teams that wanted to keep playing, but Milwaukee decided to say, like, nah, let's not play. Well, I mean,
I kind of like what the NFL is doing. Like the back of the helmets, they have like whatever message they want. It's like support, but it's like more minimal, so it's not like this big impact on everything.
But does the NFL have a list that they have to choose from?
I don't believe
they
so.
Don't.
I mean, I'm
NFL,
sure there are some things they can't say.
Hold on,
but I believe
the
though
NFL though can put what they want to put on their shit.
Yeah.
So that was the big issue with the NBA.
Well,
the NBA was like, let's do our own thing. We want to portray our own message. Then the NBA was like, well. We're going to give you like 50 things to choose from.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sure there's things they can't say, but it's definitely more open-ended.
So this is why I don't think it's fair when we start comparing this sport to this sport. And it's not fair. And it's not really the same. And so the only thing that I have to talk about with the NFL right now, I feel like they're better about Black Lives Matters, but they're not better about the safety of their fucking players. And so we're seeing it now that I've said, the NFL is about to get shut down. That's my personal opinion. I've talked to other people, including yourself and listeners and shit, that say, like, nah, they're not going to shut it down. Like, they'll maybe lower the games. And so people heard 15. People heard 15. People hearing 12. Like, so
12 was like the official report.
So what are we doing? Like, and so at this point, like, y'all knew this is already a big deal.
Yeah.
And y'all knew y'all maybe should have solidified it, right? And so when I talk about this conversation, right, where we should have had neutral sites, just make it a neutral site in the division.
Well, that's what I was saying. They don't have to have one place. They can just have one place per region or something.
Just make it a neutral site in certain, and everybody can accommodate to that.
Yeah, that's easy.
And just don't have no fans do it. It's okay. Like, they will be okay. These dudes are fucking millionaires. They make hella money.
I don't think the players are the ones that are concerned about their money. It's the owners.
Well, it has to be because, of course, right, like the Raiders, right, you open this brand new Las Vegas stadium, but you can't have fans.
That's rough.
So how do you make your money?
It's rough.
Now, the cool thing about them, right?
What's more important, though? Like, that's an investment, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. So this is the cool thing about them, right? Usually, right, the way an investment works is you already have the money to invest in it to make money back.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
So that would mean, like, if you do it,
you should be all right.
You should still be okay. Like, you shouldn't be losing out.
It's true, though.
And being in Vegas, come on. Like, their stadium versus it being somewhere else, they're probably not going to take that huge of a hit. It's Vegas, dude.
Like, they're going to be fine.
What are we talking about? Like, Vegas has money because people go there to gamble on a yearly basis, like, and lose money all the time. Like, that's just what. So they'll be fine. But if you do that shit somewhere else, right? Like Dallas, big ass stadium. Rams, big ass stadium. That looks lovely and it looks nice. But if these fans ain't paying your revenue,
it's tough.
It makes it a little harder, bro.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, then you just have to be safe then.
They should have enough to be able to just eat it, though. Like,
right, because you paid to have that happen.
Well, that and also, like,
I mean,
with like a couple of minor exceptions, a lot of these people have already had their stadiums for a long time, and they've been making all of this money off of it for how long
so
now?
we should
like,
still have money left over.
Yeah, like, now don't get me wrong, you're going to lose money and it's going to suck.
In
but, like,
a way,
bro, like,
but
as
you
long
have
as you
money,
do everything right, you're just going to keep making more money next year.
You should already have money to make up for the loss, and then just make more money as Corona progresses, right?
I agree.
And so it's just weird because the NFL should have took this a lot better, and I personally feel like they didn't. And so now, I don't even feel like we're going to get to 12 games. I feel like the NFL season will be canceled, and they're going to have to...
Well, they're definitely not going to cancel it right away. They're definitely going to start with...
it won't be right away.
If anything happens, they'll start with a suspension, and then if players continue to get COVID, at that point, there's a discussion that's going to have to be made. Like, okay, so like players who aren't following protocol, do we just suspend them for the season and then just keep going? Or, like, do we suspend certain teams from being able to participate because they can't follow the rules?
It'll be like the NBA. We're going to have certain
places.
We're going to have certain places that y'all play at. If you don't want to come play,
then don't.
You get another chance to opt out right now. Because we already have an opt-out list.
Yep.
I think that when all this settles and does, they're going to give another list that says, look,
another chance.
They're going to be neutral sites. Teams and coaching staffs are getting this. Like, everywhere.
Yeah.
So we have to shut that down. Neutral sites, do you want to play or no? And then the NFL is going to have to do that. But the NFL should have already known, based on how this happened and how the NBA did it, they should have already did this shit from the jump.
That's what we said.
And so we're going to end up, what's going to happen, it's going to be the same thing. NBA started, break for a long time.
Yep.
Where the playoffs should have been done, the championship should have happened.
True.
And then we waited. The NFL is going to go through the same thing. There's going to be a break. Months are going to go through. Everybody's healthy again. Now we have all our neutral sites founded, and here we go. Let's go again. And the NFL is just going to end up being in somebody else's season, just like NBA was. So we're going to be having the same talk that NFL has lower ratings. And, like, bro, it's only because the shift of what Corona has made this. And so I think that's what's going to happen. People keep saying we're going to hit our 12, 15 games. I personally feel like, we're at game, 5 right now? 6?
Week 6 is coming up.
Bro,
out of 17.
Maybe week 10. Maybe. They're going to get a grip of it. I feel like it may happen before because we're about half of that.
Well, Tennessee's fucking everything up.
I'm going to say week 10. I don't feel like Tennessee fucked it up. My initial mess up, bro, I told you.
Well, this
Kansas
is what I told
City,
you, bro. Like, you say Kansas City.
It was,
that's
though.
bad for the fans, though. But, like, they could just stop having fans. Dude, it's the players.
How do we not know that whatever the fans did, some kind of way that didn't circulate to the players? Like, now, nobody on Baltimore, nobody on Kansas City has it.
Stadium.
Nobody on Kansas City or Baltimore has it, right, that we know of. But
I don't believe so,
But fans of Kansas City had it. Yeah. So then...
But they're concerned about Tennessee because if players have it and they come in contact with other players, like, that's when it becomes a problem.
But they have.
Not really.
But hold on. But we've also seen other players that got it that was in contact with other players.
Oh, yeah, but then those other players were confirmed to not get it after the fact. So, that was okay. But that's the scare, though. Like, you don't want it to spread like that.
Crazy about it. Gilmore got it from New England, right? And then we saw that one play where Gilmore was all over Mahomes.
Well, that was after the game. Yeah, like they met up after the game and they had
we
like
saw
a,
it,
like
though,
a
right?
dap up. Yeah.
And then it's like,
But
what
Patrick Mahomes has been proven to not have COVID though. So
right. So cool. Does that mean like do we allow players to have COVID then and play the game?
Well, they didn't know he had COVID until after.
So that's what I'm saying. Does the league take the initiative to we'll let players play with it? Because they can't necessarily get other players.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Why not? Because
you're risking the entire season. By
so what was the point of showing Gilmore holding Mahomes? What was the point? The point was saying Gilmore had it, but Mahomes didn't get it.
The NFL didn't make that report. It came out.
So what I'm saying is it's like a scapegoat of saying like we can still maybe push this season and we'll be okay. They're going to mess up, bro. I've called it from the beginning of the season. With the Florida
governor allowing all the stadiums to have full capacity, like that's a big deal. And like I said, the NFL organization, like they have their own rules. So
I already told you, bro.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to chill down, or this shit gonna be shut down. I'm still gonna call it right now. My personal opinion is the NFL season will get shut down well before 12 games, which people are saying it's going to be 12 or 15 games. It's going to be shut down well before that, and they're going to have to implement like some weird NBA bubble, but NFL something.
Yeah.
Which they should have done from the jump. And I told you this weeks ago. Like, they should have just came out and did it almost kind of the same way. And they didn't, and now here you go.
Yeah.
Teams and players are just, but from everywhere though. Like, it's weird, right? We're seeing players from one team and then players from like this team, then players from that team, and then like.
Well, COVID's a worldwide thing,
right? So why not? Why they have not been more careful with it? It's just.
I think.
It's beyond me.
Shit,
it's
that's
beyond
tough.
me.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just so weird. Like, why would you not be? Because y'all trying to make y'all money, and so y'all gonna end up losing more money.
Well, you
trying to
gotta
make
consider
money.
too. Like, it could be weird. Like, one of them has like their wife or something, or like a girlfriend, and then like that person like just goes and meets somebody, and then like they get sick, and then the player gets it from like their honey or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Like,
it's not necessarily players being irresponsible. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of that going on, but that's not necessarily the only way people are getting it.
But again, like we talked about, like my boy Stafford, right? Who they said had it like 2 or 3 fucking times and never had it. But he was around his wife,
false positives.
and he was around, and so all these other people do all this extra stuff, dude. And like, what are we doing, bro? He didn't even have it.
Yeah,
and that's him not playing games for his team, who's garbage anyway.
Well, he wasn't.
Patricia.
No, his eligibility was never impacted by his positive status. That happened in the preseason.
In the his eligibility was about to be impacted, but then it came out that they were lying.
Right.
So,
but they haven't had any false positive issues like since the season started, though.
Well, they haven't had one no more because how could you? If you fuck up that bad with Stafford, like what? Bro, y'all are tripping. So y'all are just saying that people have it and they don't.
Well, I mean, they got to go by the tests, and if like the test is wrong, I mean, that's not really
that
their
many
fault,
tests came up wrong. Like, come on, bro. Like, then it makes it weird because then his wife has to get tested and she can't go to work, right? Because he has it. Mm-hmm. Then the people that they chilled with, right, the weekend before, right,
that's true.
They can't go to work because then so the people they also chilled with, bro, the pool starts to become huge when you start thinking about it that way, and so. Like, what are we doing, guys? Like, keep it honest, keep it real. And so they didn't, right? So they had all these false positives, and then now all these players are starting to fucking get it. So, like, bro, just relax. Bring it in. Neutral sites in every division. Just make somebody a neutral site in the division. And it doesn't matter. Just travel. It doesn't matter. And do it that way. Or else y'all are going to shut down this whole fucking NFL season, and then all we're going to be looking forward to is fucking XFL, which will still pop off. And the
XFL will be cool.
XFL is just all they're gonna do, right? Is look at the NFL and be like, I messed up, and then the XFL will have like a nice little bubble type of feel, and then Rock is gonna make that happen. Yeah, the Rock is gonna make that happen.
And the Rock already got COVID too, so like he knows it's real. Bro, he's probably gonna be like extra.
You can't tell me the Rock just bought the XFL to not succeed.
Yeah, right. It's not.
Come on, dude, bro. XFL about to pop off, and so do you want to be made an example of by being the NFL, or do you want to just get your shit together and come on,
bro?
It's
true, though.
And all that's going to happen is going to be one of those two.
It's true, though.
NFL will be made an example of, or they'll just get their shit together, and we're going to see a different version of NFL football, which is okay.
Well, did you... So I was going to save this for later, but it's relevant right now.
Yeah, we're here.
Did you know that the NFL is considering multiple different ways to do the playoffs this year that include not... taking into account the win total, but just the win percentage to make the playoffs. So for teams like the Titans, who might not get to play all their games this year, like because they played less games, like they could have like 8 wins, and then another team could have like 9 wins. But because the Titans played less games, their win percentage would be higher. So they would qualify for the playoffs over the team with more wins.
So think about it.
And like for me, like I think that's fucking bogus.
It will be bogus, but think about how crazy this can get, right? Because if they drop it to a 12 season, right, you can almost maybe have some teams that make it at a 5-6 or 5-7.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I know, especially in y'all's division.
It could get exactly. Yeah. It can really be that weird. So do you guys really want to make it to where like we'll be seeing like 5-7 teams or like
right, and this is the year where they added an extra playoff spot for both sides too. You know so it's saying? Like you're really gonna have a chance.
So we're gonna be seeing like losing teams, losing record teams make the playoffs. I mean, how do y'all really want to do it? Like,
it'd be weird.
Y'all need to be better because y'all aren't being better, and so y'all are literally just giving us a realization that we're gonna see like 5-7 teams in the playoffs. And to me, right, I don't mind 5-17 because what ends up happening is that 5-17 ends up making it to like the second or third round, and it's like a hope story, right, for everybody.
Yeah, but that's also what pisses a lot of people off too. Is like
exactly.
Some nobodies got in and then beat like one of the best teams. And they're beating
all these good teams that you would expect if they played again, they would have.
Well, right, and that's what's different about the NFL is like it's one and done. Right. So like if you lose, NBA.
Like that's it. You get to play 7 games. NFL 1 and that's it.
Yeah,
NFL
that's what makes
to
it
me,
fun though. I think too.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I've always said this. The NFL needs to have like a best of 3 or something like that because you don't ever really know, bro. And so for some of these weak ass teams to be beating really good teams, it could have been luck of the draw for that night.
I think that's what makes it fun, though. It
does make it fun, but one in and out, like that's tough, bro. At least make it a best of 3. Let them play 3 times. If that team that's really that sorry beats the other team twice, like. All right, let's go. Yeah. And so the NBA used to do best of like 5s and shit. Now it's 7. So everything just progresses, right? I mean, but there always has to be a starting point somewhere. I think just one game. NFL to me is so much exciting, and there's so many different combinations and injuries and things that play a factor. They should at least make it a series of more than just 1 and you're done. Like, make it at least 3, bro. 3, I don't think would be that bad.
That would make the playoffs last so long, though. Like for NBA, like
not really. You know why? You know why it wouldn't? Because if teams are really good, they'll just win those 2 games.
No, but that's still 2 full weeks of preparation.
You don't wait a week. You don't wait a week.
You have to.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
The players have to rest,
bro. Have you seen a team play 2 games in 1 week?
Yeah,
I have. Right,
so and they hate it.
Okay, they do hate it, but bro, they get paid millions of dollars to do this shit.
Not in the playoffs. In the playoffs, they all get paid the same.
You gonna play 2 games in 1 week. Now, if you win both those games, then you're chilling. If you lose one, then you can prepare and go to the next week. This is something that
it won't work in the NFL. Bro, I agree with what you're saying. That, like, I think there should be an opportunity for a rebuttal, but like no.
I feel like what you're saying is like, look, they make that much money, they can play fucking 2 games in 1 week. I don't give a fuck what you say or
yeah, but what you're saying, that's not just 2 games in 1 week. Like that's like the whole playoffs like that.
A best of 3.
They can't do that.
It's a best of 3.
Yeah, but you got to get through like 4 rounds to get to the Super Bowl.
But most teams are gonna dust. If you're sorry,
I don't know, man.
If you're sorry, you're gonna get whooped.
You have to at least you have to be at least half decent to make the playoffs.
This is why I say best of 3, bro. I didn't say best of 5. I'm not. The season is going to extend, but yes, that's what I want. Because if I see Russell Wilson play somebody and Russell loses, I don't think Russell will lose the next 2 games. Russell deserves to be in the damn playoffs, not to not be in it. Especially, just like, well, hold on. Okay, but then let me switch it then. Aaron Rodgers deserves to be in the goddamn playoffs. If Aaron plays a fucking team,
they shouldn't lose.
And loses,
they shouldn't.
Aaron has a chance to fucking win some more games. To me, like right now, this year, Aaron looks like a beast. Russell looks like a beast.
I agree.
One of them has to lose.
Yeah. That's the way it always is.
But is it really fair though? Like,
yeah.
No, bro. Look, NFL with Corona happening, it's their best position to make this change it, bro, just a little bit. Like 1 and done, it's goofy. It's just really goofy, bro. Because
I can tell you right now, if that ever happens, it won't be this year because they're not trying to add.
It won't be this year, but I'm telling you, bro, that has to be something that's thought about. Like 1 and done has to almost be stupid at this point for the NFL.
The players wouldn't agree to it. That's what has to happen. There has to be an agreement on both sides. The only way the players would agree to it is if they got paid more.
But they would.
No. They would still get paid the same. They would just get paid more frequently because they would play more games.
I would say I agree with you in a way, but I could say right now, even if they didn't get paid more, I think it would be a half and half. I think there would be players that say, hell yeah, we do a 3 instead of a 1.
I don't think anyone would want that.
All these players would be like, I'm going to win this 1. But all these other players know that they might not win the 1, just like Aaron didn't win the 1. Russell hasn't won the 1.
I think everyone in the NFL feels that, like, like we should, like, we're going to game plan and we should win. And if we don't, then that's it.
Bro, 1 and done is for the Super Bowl. Like, that should not be, like, the narrative throughout all of football playoffs. Like, that, it's almost silly. It's almost weird to me. Like, You have to mix it up. When you get to the Super Bowl, you lose. But going to the Super Bowl, I don't know, bro, because you never know, bro. Like, you come up with Devontae Adams, right, and your boy Jones in the backfield. If Jones gets hurt, man.
Yeah, but if he gets hurt, he's not going to be available
and then
later
Devontae
that
gets
week.
Hurt.
Like, that's
but
not
you
how
don't know that
works.
because he can come back by the time the next game is played. Like,
doubtful.
But that's the thing. You have to let that happen. Like, you don't know. And so then Aaron Rodgers throwing to a bunch of scrubs is expected to lose.
He's been doing that his whole career.
Right. And
within reason.
And what does he do? He loses.
I mean,
he's
done a lot of winning.
But he loses, though, right?
Yeah.
And at the end, when it should matter, right, he loses, right?
Yeah.
More than not, right?
No
matter how good he is, when he gets to the big show, he loses, right?
Right.
Other than the ring that he has, right?
Right.
So I think in those type of situations, Aaron knows that, like, he could probably take a scrub-ass team and win.
Yeah.
Give me more than one game, dude, because if I got to go this one game with uncircumstances, at least let me, like, breathe and then come back the next game and show you that I could go harder with these circumstances. It's more of a fairness level for me, bro. Like,
I think that's a poor argument, personally.
It's not, though.
Poor roster construction can't be fixed.
I don't care. Like, my team won a Super Bowl after your team. Your team is way better than my team by a mile.
Okay.
Like, every year.
Now, yeah.
But no, not right now. Even when we won the Super Bowl, y'all were better than us. Like, so I don't understand.
Maybe.
It's no maybe, bro. You know this, and you're a football guy. Like,
I don't remember what the roster construction looked like back then, but yeah.
You have to give teams, I think, at least give them an extra chance, bro. Like, look, if somebody just wins in 2 games, right, because you're going to play 2 games in 1 week. So if somebody just wins 2 games and just beats a team, you should have been there. If somebody loses a game, though, like Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson, like, I don't feel like they would lose that second game within that week.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go to next week to the 3, and then it's give or take. But you can't say, like, if we come out, right, and we're going to the playoffs, and Aaron loses all his team, like, or half his team, right, which usually he fucking plays with just bums. Like, it is what it is, right? But that's your team, right?
Yeah.
I know my dude plays with bums all the time, but Nick Foles made them look like they were great. So I don't know what Carson's doing. I don't feel like they're bums. But in your regard, right, at least give them another chance. But I mean, because everything is game-to-game basis. It's so hard to say, like, Green Bay should win this game.
Well, that's part of the sport, though, is like
so
the volatility.
Also, a part of the sport, right? Where we're saying, like, we can't helmet to helmet, we can't do this, we can't do that. I mean, players get injured more nowadays than they did before. So at least implement something where you can kind of say, like, all right, bro, Devontae twisted his ankle, and Green Bay was winning this game, but they lost after Devontae twisted his ankle. At least let Green Bay come back and play another game. And be like, we'll win and take it to another one, or, or we just suck. You're right. And then leave it at that. They're going to, I like their one and done, but, bro, that has to be more closer to, like, the top. It can't just be off the rip, because I don't think it's fair. But, again, so who do you have as MVP?
Right now?
Right now. I know you want to say your boy. So
they're both very much in it.
If you don't say your boy, who would you say?
Russell.
Easily.
Or or Josh Allen.
Not even. I feel like I mean like people could say him.
Yeah, there's a conversation to be
overall
had
right now. If you ask somebody like
probably
who's your
Russ.
MVP, you're gonna hear Aaron or you're gonna hear Russell.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Like that's literally
like even Patty Mahomes hasn't been playing neither is Lamar Jackson. It's like right now it's Aaron. Like Aaron Rodgers is like third. He's the only quarterback with no picks right now, and he's thrown for like 13 touchdowns already. But Russ set the new like 3-game touchdown record like ever. So
but we also saw Russell Wilson go like 4 games with like 11 incompletions. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like they're both playing out of their mind.
That's
what
dumb.
I'm getting at. Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
So you're only missing like 3 passes a game. Like what? Like excuse me. Like what?
Yeah, and they're both undefeated right now
bizarre.
too.
And so this is what I'm saying, right? They both do this, right? And one of them gets MVP, and then they go into the playoffs, and something drastically happens in that one game, and then they lose. They're out. That's not fair, dude. Give them give them at least one more game to be like, because like the adversity right in a game is different than the adversity after a game getting another game.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
At least give them another chance, bro, to like come back and be like, nah, bro, look. You know what I mean? Like it's tough, right? If Aaron Jones has like 200 yards and then like fucks up his ankle, or like Devontae is killing him and then he gets hurt and then like the other team wins. Like, how can we say that y'all really won though? Like,
it's just part of
the game. You know what
game.
I mean? It is part of the game, but bro,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to add. They're gonna have to extend. Now that I feel like this is what's gonna happen, and I like to call a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball extended way into like some different shit. The season for basketball is supposed to start in January, which is still gonna extend it like crazy. It's a whole different schedule.
Yeah,
now.
it is.
I think all sports at some point in time with Corona and COVID, they're all going to end up like
Moved.
doing the same, like
Yeah.
it's going to be a different like season for them.
Perhaps.
And so NFL right now needs to make the effect. We're going to end up changing the seasons, but we have to give teams more than just a one and done, like in the playoffs, because it's retarded. Like it's stupid, bro.
We'll see.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen your team really good lose one game, and I felt like they should have won the game. Like,
Well, a perfect
you know,
example is when we lost to the Seahawks in the 2014 playoffs, and we did win that game.
But at the same time, I mean, it's Russell, so I mean,
that was the botched onside kick.
It
where,
was.
like, if we literally had just got
Again,
it,
though,
it would have been over.
You have to think about the rest, right? It's Russell Wilson, and then people are kind of like, nah, I mean, that's Russell, though. Like,
Yeah.
Russell can win. Like, wouldn't you not want to at least, let's play one more game then? Let's play one more game.
I mean, that would have been
because
cool.
If you play one more game, what's going to happen? Aaron's about to come out like,
Yeah, but I
on
bet
vengeance.
you, like Seattle Seahawks fans are like, no, one game's cool, man. Like that's it, bro.
It'd be
Like,
perfectly
see ya,
fine.
dude.
Maybe Seahawks fan would be scared, but Packers fans would be like, no, run one more. Run it again. And like, because that was
Bullshit,
bull.
yeah.
That was bull. Run
Yeah.
it again. And I guarantee you it won't even be close. We'll just beat y'all. Right? And so then you have
Probably.
to live with the next game that happens, right? Does Seattle just dust the Packers and win and then it's over? Or does Packer come back? And then you're like, see, I told you. And then you have one more tiebreaker, bro.
The only part like about all that, I agree with you. The only part that like I don't agree with is like the injury argument.
I know the playing.
Like if they get hurt and they're not good enough to come back like that week, like they're probably not gonna be able to play like 3 or 4 days from now.
Some dudes will push through. Some dudes will push through that though.
Some of them would, but they still won't be 100%. And it's still gonna affect their ability to play anyway.
But let them make that decision.
Respect.
We're not them. Let them make that decision. They make millions of dollars. They entertain us.
Yeah.
We want to see one of the best teams succeed. So if
Usually.
we feel like we see an uncircumstance, I don't feel like it's fucking fair. I'm like, give them another chance. Like that's, bro. They caught the short end of the stick. You know, you gotta give them a chance, bro.
Yeah.
And it's funny because your team has been short end stick a whole bunch, and so
A lot.
my team hasn't. And it's funny
Yeah.
that you don't agree with me, and I'm literally making your team's point like this entire time. Like
I've just been
it's insane.
forced to live with it.
Bro, they got to add. I don't know, bro. You gotta.
You
add
also have to
something.
consider like when Green Bay won our Super Bowl, like we were the 6th seed.
You gotta add something.
Like we weren't supposed to win, like, but we went on the road to every team we played and we beat all of them.
So let me ask you a question:
So
if you played those teams in a best of 3, do you think you would have still went?
Probably not.
Exactly. That's why, bro. That has to happen, bro.
But I think it's
It has
that
to happen.
everyone deserves that chance. You know
Everyone
what I
does
mean?
deserve a chance, but the best of the best needs to be there. Ain't nobody trying to watch no Miami versus the Lakers, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's crazy because
I didn't realize that like the Miami Heat, they said they're like a 75-1 chance.
Fifth seed,
to make the
75-1.
And they said those are the largest odds like
Bro,
in
ever,
NBA history. And
ever,
I called that shit.
ever.
And that made me
Ever.
feel like so
And
good.
so you know what makes it better? Miami had 7 games, right? If they kept winning, to at least show people
It's true, though.
that maybe.
They got to game 6.
Bro,
you got to give them some credit.
If we did one game in and out, the Lakers, the first game, it was like 30 points they were up. It would have been over, and Lakers would have won.
Yeah.
Right? Everything that happened after that showed that Jimmy Butler is a beast, and Miami was still good
Yeah.
after because
Like
they had
like
more.
they deserved to be there.
Because they had more than one game.
Yeah.
In the NFL, it's just like one and done. It doesn't matter. And
Nope.
so if we're saying one and done right in the NBA, like it sucks, right? The Lakers actually wouldn't have been in it.
Yeah.
Because Portland beat LA the first game. So what are we talking about? Like Portland's better than LA? No, they're not. Like one game though doesn't give you like a synopsis of.
I kind of like it though.
Who's the better team?
I kind of like it though.
But that's the thing. You can't do it, bro. At least give 3 games. If that team is really that good, they'll just win again.
All I'm saying is that because of the full contact, it's much easier said than done for the football.
This is all I'm saying. As an NFL fan, which you are, not me, don't be surprised if they change that in the future and you don't like it.
That's fine.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't see how it works logistically, but if they can figure it out, then
it would work. It would work because only the best teams or the teams that we think are the best will be where they need to be because it won't be no one and done where the team gets lucky. Mm-hmm. Which, if we're gonna be honest, right? What you think last year there was a team that was lucky for you? If you had to pick a lucky team, who would you pick?
Last year, in the NFL?
Yep.
Lucky last year.
I can tell you who was lucky. I have a team. Who was lucky last year? That you think in maybe a 3-game series they maybe wouldn't have won 2 games. Who do you think
Titans.
was lucky? Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily. They beat some teams, right?
I mean, when they won, they won. But like beating the Baltimore Ravens 2 out of 3 would be pretty
teams,
tough,
dog,
man.
in like a 1 game in the playoffs where you kind of like,
or like Jacksonville a few years ago when they were in Saxonville and
it makes it weird, bro. It makes it weird. So now there's these high expectations for Tennessee this year, and I don't think they're. I mean, they're good.
They're undefeated right now.
They're good,
but they also have broken COVID and like they're getting games postponed and shit.
They're not about to, you know what I'm saying? What are we really saying? Tennessee is like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Like, if we really
they'll probably win their division.
But
maybe I don't know though. The Colts look good, man.
But hold on. But we're also saying that Tennessee is gonna be like really good and also get into the playoffs and beat some teams. That's what we're saying.
Derrick Henry. That's all I have to say.
Exactly, because he did it last year. Bro, play more than 1 game. Derrick Henry, I guarantee, probably don't shit on a team in a 3-game span the same way. And they don't win, probably. I mean, 1 game, bro, it's so hard to, like, say, like, that team is really good. All right, they're not, dog, because they're just going to run into somebody who else is really good.
Right.
Like, I feel like the NFL should expand it. I agree with you though. Maybe they shouldn't, and it's okay. Just let one team get lucky one night.
Oh, it's like the March Madness.
This is why I don't like it.
They call it madness for a reason.
This is why I don't like it. This is why I don't like that. Because then eventually
the upsets are what's fun.
But you start letting teams in that are not capable of what they're about to go against. Like, they have no idea the slaughter that's happening. That is not fine.
Then let them lose.
Let me ask you a question. In the playoffs and the championship games, right? We're including playoffs and championship games. Would you rather see just a blowout game because you know a team just luckily won the last game and they were going to get slaughtered this game, and so you're going to see just a lopsided game?
To get that far, they would have to luckily win like 2 or 3 games.
Tennessee did not luckily win 2 games last year.
I don't think so.
Yes, they did.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, though.
You don't luckily win 2 games.
Yes, you do.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do. Bro, when you win, luck is a huge part of it.
Sometimes.
Tennessee, nobody last year was about to tell me that Tennessee was going to make it where they made it last year. Nobody, not even you. Team. And you're an NFL guy, not even you.
I didn't think they were going to beat the Ravens.
Exactly.
But they destroyed the Ravens.
Luck, bro. Luck. So what happens is, right, you get your 1 luck game, but in a series of 3, you're probably not going to have 2 luck games, bro. Like, you're going to come out yourself throughout this series. Bro, and so Tennessee got lucky last year. They hit the right stretch, and boom, there you go. They end up in a main shit when everybody knew at some point in time Tennessee was not about to, like, they were a nice story to talk about, right? But we knew, like, at the end of the day, are they really gonna beat like?
Well, they were beating the Chiefs by like 20 points. It was like 20-0 or some shit at first.
Then what happened?
Well, then the Chiefs turned it on. They scored
so like
50 points.
Like, what are we doing, bro? Like,
it was pretty nuts.
So you got luck, bro. Like, so it makes it weird. They got to extend that though. If they don't though, I agree with you. It's cool with 1, but I don't feel like that's a fair assessment. I feel like in the NBA, 7 is too much. They should do 5. So I'm still giving you like, even in the NBA, right? They do it way too much.
I think in the NBA they do too much. But it should be 5. Like, they should do 3 or 5.
But the problem is,
they're already making money.
When you
start, they're not going to take less money.
It's crazy because you start letting just certain teams get into situations that they're not built for. So Miami, was not built to play the Lakers at all, bro. And I get it. Jimmy was good and Dragic was good. He got hurt. Bam was good. But there was no way in anybody who watches basketball was really believing like Miami is about to beat like LeBron and AD. Like no, like and there. Come on, bro. Like stop. And that's the same thing with last year. Nobody thought Tennessee was about to beat Baltimore. Nobody thought Tennessee was about to have a close game with the Chiefs. Like, those are L's, man. And let's be real about the L's. Now, if y'all are really good, do it twice. And we'll give you an opportunity to do it twice. I bet you won't, though. Just extend it to a little bit, right? All you got to do is add an extra game. Because when you get the playoffs...
You say it sounds that simple, but then, like, what happens when, like, a bunch of those games go to 3 games? And then, like...
That's fine. Because you're adding an extra game. And if a team can't win the first game and close out the second game, if you lose a game to somebody and you come back and win the next one, then it's a toss-up. Then... Not every game's going to go to 3, though. I can guarantee you a team will come out and just win 2, and it'll be done. Like,
that's double
you're
the
just not better than me.
Though.
I mean, so it's crazy, right? Because you have to factor in risk of injury.
Yeah.
But it's a part of the sport and a part of the game, like you just said.
Yeah, but your biggest argument for doing this has been because of injury.
No.
You could use that same
My
logic.
biggest argument for doing this is one and done allows teams that are not built for championship teams to just play it like... You're playing against somebody who's not on your level. And so then it makes shit look whack.
I feel that.
Right.
Okay, let's move on.
We should move on.
Yeah, let's move on. We've been talking about this for a long time.
People understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though. You should.
Right.
You don't. But
I don't.
You kind of do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's make our Monday night picks. So we got a game tonight.
Easy.
We got the Saints versus the Chargers.
Yep.
Now you say this is easy. I don't know if there's one detail that you're aware of that I'm going to make you aware of.
Go ahead.
That has caused me to change my pick.
Mm-hmm. What's the detail?
And this is news too. So, Michael Thomas got in a fight with somebody at practice this week and punched him in the face. And as per team discipline, Michael Thomas will not be playing.
He's not playing tonight.
So we already saw what happened when the Saints played a team without Michael Thomas. My Packers beat them.
Pretty tough.
So, I think...
Chargers ain't the Packers.
You're right. The Chargers are not the Packers. But I think without Michael Thomas, I think the Chargers could win tonight.
Breeze looks weak. I do think the Chargers can win tonight, too.
The Chargers are my pick. I'm picking the Chargers tonight.
So, we'll tie break. And so, we probably should have saved this for our picks. Like,
well, no, this is Monday night.
But usually we say when we go through our, like, I'll kick your ass or you kick my ass, which
I'm
kicking
so
his ass, guys.
So I need to go over that, too.
I'm kicking his ass.
So me and Damien, I miscalculated last week. Me and Damien were actually tied going into this week.
I kicked his ass, guys.
Yeah, Damien's kicking my ass. He's
because
got, like, 3
I called
picks
some upsets.
Me.
I called those upsets that people will be acting like are not real.
Right.
I literally was right.
So Damien called Chicago beating the Bucks.
Yep.
He called the Panthers beating the Falcons.
Yep. Let's go.
And you called the Browns beating the Colts.
Which was crazy.
Those are the 3 games you got over.
It happened, though.
You're absolutely right.
Let's go.
So
it's
who's
crazy.
your pick tonight? Are you picking the Saints or the Chargers?
So even though you tell me that, I feel like against the Chargers, Drew Brees should still be able to, with Kamara, right? Because Kamara's still there. He should be able to beat Herbert, who's my guy.
I mean, Alvin Kamara's
he's
great.
Herbert's my guy, though. You know I love him, bro, because where did he come from?
Yep. Yeah, from
one of my college teams.
From Oregon.
College, I like Texas Tech, and I like Oregon. And I kind of like North Carolina because that's just, I like them basketball, but yep. He came from Oregon. He looked good with Oregon, and we actually did win. When he was there in Oregon, it was like one of those like off to the side titles.
Yeah, like
but
one
we
of the
still
bowl
won
games.
And he killed. And so with his first start, right, when old buddy got his fucking lungs punctured like on accident, like
that was it.
He balled out.
Yep,
he balled out. And so I'm still gonna have to go New Orleans though. Okay. So I will still bet against you on this.
Okay. Yeah. I mean you're up, so. Yeah. Might as well, right?
Matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do whatever at this point.
True.
But I always do whatever.
Yeah.
Whether I lose or win,
true.
I always pick those weird games.
All right, so we're gonna go over head coaches here. Another head coach has been fired per today. Dan Quinn for the 0-5 Falcons has been fired, along with the GM for the team too. So they're restarting the whole thing. They fired their GM and their head coach for the Falcons. So Bill O'Brien's been fired. Dan Quinn has been fired. Cool. Awesome. The Falcons are still in the running for Trevor, which we do think is a possibility. So now the only question is, we have 3 other coaches here of teams that are in a tough spot, and I wanted to know if you think they'll actually be fired this year. Before the season started, we were discussing whether or not like coaches would have hot seats this year because of COVID, like making things so weird, and we thought that everyone was kind of going to get a pass, but I mean, we're not even in week 6 yet, and 2 coaches have already been canned. So we got Adam Gase with the Jets, Joe Judge with the Giants, and then Matt Patricia with the Lions. I don't know who said it,
bro.
Was it Terry Bradshaw? I think it was Terry Bradshaw that said that Adam Gase and Matt Patricia should both already have been fired, and he doesn't understand why they're still employed. So I wanted to ask you, like, how you felt about that.
My take on that, honestly, Matt Patricia should be fired, and I agree. Now it gets a little weird because with the Jets, I just feel like their quarterback is trash. I don't feel like...
Well, so I was going to talk about that, too. Sam Darnold didn't even start this week. He did, but they had Joe Flacco in.
Hey, we also ain't talking about how I caught that over-under on Haskins.
Well, we're going to talk about Haskins, too, here in a minute.
I caught that over-under.
So let's discuss the coaches first, and then we'll talk about that.
I would say Jets coach, he does not need to get fired. He just doesn't have... I mean, but before he got Darnold, he had... that one black guy, right, that we thought was going to be Vic, and he wasn't good either. So, like...
Who's that?
Who was the starter before Darnold? Sam.
For the Jets?
Yeah. He was black.
He was black?
You forgot?
I don't.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember who it is.
You really don't remember?
Yeah, who was the quarterback for the Jets?
Look, bro.
Dude, I saw, like, the Jets are, like, nobody to me.
What? Bro, I'm almost appalled right now that you don't remember. But I mean, I can imagine why you don't, right?
That was supposed to be Michael Vick? What are you talking about?
I can imagine why you don't.
Black quarterback for the Jets?
I'm gonna let you look it up, bro, and see if you can see who started.
You talking about Geno Smith?
Yep.
Oh, dude, he's fucking garbage. That's why I didn't remember him.
But well, again, though, right? The Jets just draft. To me, I think like quarterbacks that look fire in college, but they're ass in the NFL, and so you can't really blame that on coaching. And
so this is what I was saying too. They need to fire their GM. Is what needs to happen, and then give Adam Gase a chance.
You know, so they're just weird situations when you started getting into that. You know, like when it's so who do you really fire? I think
you fire everybody and just start over.
I don't think a coach should be fired. It's the same way I told you, right? Like Matty Ice should be fired before the coach. Like I don't see why the coach.
Well, Matty Ice might be on his way out too.
Well,
Dan Quinn got fired, right? But Matty Ice might be on his way out.
We just added Gurley. Like, what are we doing? Still losing games. Like
Gurley popped off this past week. You have to give him a little bit of props.
This is the thing, right? This is where it gets weird, right? Atlanta goes up really huge on teams, but then loses leads. So
that's coaching.
Coaching. Do you blame that on the offense is stagnant and Matty Ice is just sucking, or do you blame that on coaching that lets the team come back?
If you can get leads but you can't sustain leads, that's coaching.
But I have to disagree. Because I feel like coaching plays such a huge factor in you getting the lead.
I disagree.
You as a player,
I think talent gets you a lead. I think coaching keeps a lead.
Right, but if you're playing like a bitch though, then it's not talent at this point. And how can we blame that on the coach then?
Well, there's not a lot of cases where you're playing like a bitch.
Well, I mean,
unless your name is AJ Green, you're trying to get out of Cincy, which is what
or unless your name is Matty Ice or Kawhi Leonard or Paul George. Like, I mean, what?
Okay.
Bro, when you have leads, right, and you have a superstar on your team that's considered to be like one of the best in the league, you expect them to carry you and keep the lead.
You're talking NBA a little bit. That's not what we're talking about.
We're talking NFL, bro. You're telling me that he really has to coach Matt Ryan? If Matt Ryan has a 41-14 lead, he has to coach him.
This is what I'm talking about, though. Like talent gets you a lead, but then like your defense can be trash, and then at that point it is about coaching. Like you need to be like the coach is responsible for like everybody. Like you have to make sure your offense and defense are on point. You got to make sure your coordinators are on point, and that's what the head coach does.
Your players got to perform though.
You're right.
If they don't perform, but that doesn't fall back on the coach.
No, right. But if they don't perform, you don't get a lead. Is what I'm saying.
Well, what I'm saying is if it doesn't. If they don't perform, you can't say like, "Oh, the coach needs to get fired." That's not.
I agree. I think if a team is just straight ass the whole time, well, it could be coaching, but more times than not, it's weird. Talent. Yeah,
it's weird because.
But like in the case of Atlanta, like where they were getting leads and then still losing,
it's not on the coach.
Coaching.
It can be.
It is.
It can be.
It is.
So he only coaches them good enough to have a huge ass lead, but then he just stops coaching them in the middle of the game.
You don't need to coach them very much to get that lead. You have to coach them to keep it.
So this is what I'm saying.
The lack of coaching and situational awareness is what allows you to lose.
So how is that fair? Because basically what you're saying is he didn't coach them to get the lead,
right?
But he only coached them to lose it.
That's just the way it is.
No, that's not how it goes. That is not how it works, bro. And that's why these superstars.
This is where we're gonna have that slight disconnect. Where like I don't feel like you watch enough football to get that part of it.
This is
like,
all I'm saying.
I don't watch enough
Superstars
basketball.
Need to have a better. Look. I get it, right? You come out in the first half of the game.
Think about Aaron Rodgers when we were losing all of our big leads and we had Mike McCarthy.
So let me ask you a question. Matt LeFleur looks like a good coach, right?
Yeah, we've lost 3 games in the 2 years he's been head coach so far.
But hold on. If Aaron Rodgers has a lead, Aaron Rodgers is going to keep the lead. It doesn't matter what Matt LeFleur says.
When Mike McCarthy was the coach, though.
When who was there?
A lot of the same people.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. If Aaron has a lead, it's very rare that he about to lose that shit.
Dude, we used to lose leads every week.
So can I ask you a question? Because we talk about Aaron can maybe almost be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Why the hell are we blaming it on the coach if they lose a lead, but Aaron's on the field?
Because it's not just Aaron. Like, there's so much more to that. And like Mike McCarthy was calling plays, and he was the one that's also responsible for making sure the defense is doing what they need to do.
Did Aaron audible?
He can, but it's not that easy. There's a lot to it. Like, I don't have enough time to like explain to you all. You the don't.
So I get that you're trying to like make it seem like I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I'm not trying to do that.
No,
like,
I want you to know. I know enough of football to know that like Aaron, if he has a lead and he loses it, that shit's on Aaron. It's not on the coach. It's the same thing with anybody else, bro.
I don't think
Russell has a lead,
I don't
right?
think so.
So look, this is what I'm talking about. When we talk about coaching, Pete Carroll gets the blame for calling a fucking pass play. Now, Russell should get the blame as well because Russell should have audibled and called a running play to Marshawn Lynch.
Yes.
So Russell really gets the blame for that. I'm okay with that. But in all these other situations, look, if you have stars on your team, bro, and you have a huge lead, the shit is not on coaching, bro. It's just your players aren't playing to their capabilities of keeping the lead. That's all it is,
They're
bro.
not. It's...
Bro, more blame has to go on the players. We can't just put it on like a person that's saying.
Well, this is what I'm getting at. You go 3 and out or something, yeah, you fucking suck. But it's like you gotta.
But if you keep going 3 and outs, right? Would Aaron just allow himself to keep going 3 and outs?
So that's where things get weird because then
at
that point you have to talk about being like insubordinate and like not following the head coach.
And then I'm okay with
you
that.
have a power struggle.
That's what.
And then you want to know that's when the head coach gets fired.
Aaron's not insubordinate.
Aaron Rodgers starts doing what he wants to do.
Aaron wouldn't be insubordinate because Aaron has always had any leniency he's wanted to on the field to make any play he wants to.
Not
just
true.
Like Tom Brady did.
That's
just like
true.
Aaron Brees does. Just like bro.
It's not.
So if anybody's going to sit here and tell me that Aaron Rodgers can't call his own plays, Breeze can't call his own plays, Brady, all these players that if you're telling me that they cannot get out on the field.
They have options and
call
they can choose from those options. But
I don't believe
whoever
that.
calls plays presents you with the options available.
But Aaron can pick a different play.
It's not that easy. You don't have enough time.
You're a player out on the field. You have all the time.
No, you don't.
Okay, see, well, this
there's only minuscule examples of that
look,
where like
he at least has 30 seconds.
Right.
To decide if the play you just fucking caught is ass because I can see the defense.
You can't change the whole play. You can only change like one route.
Bro.
So
What?
like you got like your connection with Michael Thomas, like Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, like he can give him a little like one of these, and then just like cool, like he knows it's a different play. That changes. Aaron Rodgers does that with Devontae Adams all the time because like they have that connection,
Bro.
But if the play itself is fucked,
We're talking about
it's not
goats
gonna
of
work.
players, though. We're talking about goats of players. So it's hard for you to tell me,
you're
right?
making it sound really easy, and it's not really easy.
But you're telling me, bro, if I'm going to tell Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees or Tom Brady to run this play and then they go out there and see the defense, they won't change it. And
It's
even
a
if they
case by
change
case.
it, I'm going to be mad that they changed it. They're the GOATs. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, if we're talking about like a Teddy Bridgewater or like a Taysom Hill, like, I get it. But we're talking about like the GOATs. Like, bro, they can do whatever they want. There's no way,
the
like,
coaches have to be able to acknowledge that.
this shit's not on coaching, bro. If the coaches want to get fucking mad, right, and whatever is, but bro, a lot of this stuff is on the players, dude. Like, they're out there making the plays. The coach can say whatever, but the players are doing the actions. So like, what are we doing, bro? Like, if you're my best tight end or my best running back, right? If my coach calls a throw play, bro, and I know I got 2 yards to go and you average 3 yards a carry, like, and that's weak, right?
Yeah.
These players Marshawn Lynch did not average no 3 yards a carry. Like, bro, I'm about to call this audible and give you the ball. Fuck coach.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, at the end of the day, it's really hard to say because I agree with you, but this falls on the players, bro. It's on the players. They make a lot of money, and certain players get to dictate what happens on the field. Aaron
the
Rodgers
quarterback.
happens to be one of those guys that actually can dictate what happens on the field. So I wouldn't blame one of Aaron Rodgers' coaches for them being sorry. What I would blame is Aaron Rodgers allowed for his coach to tell him sorry shit, and he kept just doing it. Like, he didn't just say, like, you're trash, I'm going to just audible and do my own thing.
That's toxic, though.
That's not toxic. That's not toxic. That's what makes Aaron that type of a player,
Well,
bro.
this is the reason
he
why I
can
think
do
the
that.
Packers have played so much better since Matt LeFleur has gotten in, because Matt LeFleur is open to a conversation.
Because Matt LeFleur and Aaron had an argument last year, and Aaron fucking put Matt LeFleur in his place.
I don't think that's what happened at all.
That is exactly what happened.
I don't think that's what
and
happened
so
at
Matt
all.
LeFleur tried to say, you know what? I won't say anything back to you, but I'll draft the quarterback. And then all Aaron says was, I don't care if you draft the quarterback, bitch, because I'm still going to come out and I'm a ball.
You're
and
wild,
And it
dude.
doesn't matter what you say. I'm still going to do my thing.
Okay.
So we can have an argument, and you can get mad at me but not say nothing.
Okay.
And you can go draft a quarterback because you think that I'm weak, but I'm going to just show you how good I am.
I don't
And so,
think any of that's what happened.
Bro.
Okay.
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 Like I said, we have different perspectives.
You're right.
Matt LeFleur disrespected
Absolutely.
the shit out of Aaron Rodgers by drafting a quarterback to begin with. I don't even know where that
Matt
came
LeFleur
about.
didn't draft anybody.
Oh, you're right, because he doesn't have a say-so in
Yeah,
none of
Brian
that. So,
Gutekunst.
yeah, he just let like other people just draft the whole quarterback while he has Aaron Rodgers up under his. Look, bro, look. Come on, bro.
Okay.
Did Aaron Rodgers and Matt LeFleur get into it last year?
No, they didn't.
They
and
didn't?
that's what they explained in several like different interviews, that like a lot of shit, like it's the same. You want to know what happened? The same shit that happened this offseason,
The shit that I'm
the
talking
entire
about.
offseason, how they've been talking about shit about Aaron Rodgers the whole time, because it's news and like people want to talk about it, and they got nothing to talk about because it's off season, and they've been talking all this mess about how Aaron Rodgers ain't shit, and like him and Matt LeFleur don't get along,
Right.
and then
Do you know
he
why?
comes out and then sets a
Do you know why they didn't get along?
who? Matt LeFleur and Aaron Rodgers
Mm-hmm.
in the first season. Why they didn't get along? Well, we don't know if that's true or not, but why wouldn't they have gotten
we
along?
do know that that's true, and they definitely didn't. And the facts of it is that Matt LeFleur was calling stupid ass fucking plays, and Aaron was going out on the field and calling his own.
That's
and
not what the problem was.
And Matt LeFleur was like, "Well,
That's
look,
what happened with Mike McCarthy.
we need like a." Okay, that makes it even more perfect. That look, this is what I heard. Right, you maybe heard something that you're more on it.
Right.
What I heard was Matt LeFleur was calling stupid plays. Aaron was getting to the line and was like, "We're not running that."
No, that's Matt.
We're gonna
no,
run
you're thinking
this.
Mike McCarthy.
We're
That's
gonna
what
run
happened.
this.
Yeah, that's why Mike McCarthy
I heard it
was
with Mike
fired.
McCarthy, but I heard it with LeFleur too, and I heard that's why him and LeFleur ran into issue. This is the problem though with that. LeFleur was wrong. Aaron can go call whatever he wants. If you call a stupid ass play and Aaron goes out and sees the defense, he can change it. He has the right to do that, and that's okay. So if you're mad at Aaron for doing that, then y'all can butt heads all day. But I'm on Aaron's side. So Matt LeFleur, to me, he should have got his ass kicked out. But what did he do? So this is what happened, right? He said, all right, that's cool. You can do that. I'm going to draft another quarterback, though, bitch. Fuck you. And so he drafted a quarterback, and Aaron is like, oh, fuck me? Let me show you something. Let me show you that I'm still, like, MVP of this league. And so we're either going to coexist together, but I run the shots in Green Bay. It doesn't matter who comes. Even when Mike was here, this is me.
Yeah.
Anybody who comes here, bro, this is my cheese place. Nobody else is running that. If you want to come in here thinking that you're about to run it, you're not. And so I think that was the issue that they had. And Aaron made it very clear, I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. You work around me. I'm not going to work around you. Because Mike McCarthy was like, no, you work around me. Well, okay, well, fuck you. I hate you. You can leave.
That's kind of what happened.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
So these are facts, dog. Matt LeFleur tried to come in and do something like Mike McCarthy. Bro. Whoo. And you young as hell, Matt. Like, boy, sit your ass down. I'll run this. Let me do my thing. And so now I feel like this year, Matt was like, you know what, last year I came in, I didn't really know you. We didn't vibe like that. And I did try to call a lot of stuff and tell you need to do it my way. Now I see. And now you can do it your way. And now how y'all look? Unstoppable. I think
we look really good.
It's up to coaches in a way, bro, but it's the players, bro. The players gotta go and they gotta assert themselves. And so you just end up shitting on players and you don't let them be themselves because you think that the way you want to do it is the best, and that's not how it is. So.
Well, that's what good coaching is.
So Matt LaFleur's not a good coach to me.
No, being a good coach is being able to recognize like when to allow a player to do their thing and like when you need to guide them. Like it's a partnership.
But it's almost like Aaron forced him to be like, okay,
well, you don't know that. You're making a lot of assumptions.
Well, I mean, last year we saw them argue. This year we see them good, and we know Aaron runs Green Bay. Like that's never changed.
The reason why it's different is because Aaron Rodgers was in his first year of a new playbook, and there was miscommunication
on Matt LaFleur's part.
Well, on both of them.
On Matt's part.
Okay. It's just weird for me to like not be on like the Aaron Rodgers side of the
conversation. It is a little weird you're not on his wagon, but I don't care, right? Because y'all drafted a quarterback, so Lazard could come in for all I give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But that was such a stupid like pick to me. Now,
I agree.
Whether y'all trade him, right? It could be smart.
It could.
Who
be.
knows?
We'll
because
see.
y'all could just trade into somebody who needs a quarterback and get some receivers for Aaron. Like we don't know what's gonna happen. It was dumb though. But I also feel like that was LaFleur saying like I'm gonna make a point back to you like. But Aaron was still like, okay, well, let me show you how stupid you look because even if you give me nobody else, we still gonna go like almost undefeated this whole season. So.
I feel that. All right, let's move on.
Sorry, guys. Hey, I'm on one today, guys. Look, hey, y'all stay with me.
We kind of got to get through these next couple of topics
come on.
a little quick.
We're gonna smash them. Let's go.
So we mentioned Dwayne Haskins and Sam Darnold.
Yep.
I want to give myself a good pat on the back real quick because I've been talking shit about them since both of them came in the league.
I didn't. Not Darnold. I gave Darnold a high praise this year. I thought the Jets were going to be...
I know you did.
Well, I was calling the Jets like they were going to be good. And
you said that they were your dark horse.
There was my dark horse.
Yeah, no way.
Nope,
no fucking way. Now, I will say this. I don't
trash.
necessarily think Sam Darnold's not talented. I think he went to play for the Jets.
Wrong team.
And that's a really big part of his problem.
Wrong team.
Yeah. And Dwayne, you could say a lot about Dwayne Haskins, too. I mean, the Redskins are pretty shit, too. But, I mean, they've gotten a lot of really good things this year. And for him to still not be able to perform is not good. And the reports came out about him having work ethic issues and he
and not learning the plays and shit. Like he wasn't focused.
Yeah, he wasn't working. And
bro, look.
They said that because of that lack of dedication and like his inability to stay in shape and stuff, like Ron Rivera was like, "You can go fuck yourself."
But any coach should do that.
Yeah, that's exactly what should happen.
What the hell?
Yeah, so there's actually already talks about him being traded to him and Sam Darnold. They're talking about both of them being traded. They said that Sam Darnold, they likely won't be able to get a first-round pick back for him, but they said Dwayne Haskins, they might be able to get their first-round pick back for him. So both of them are pretty much done, it looks like. Alex Smith got his first snap since he came back.
I was super surprised at that.
Which was
I was going to bring that up because I told you, bro, if they ran him, they would kill our division.
And I think that still can happen, but that offensive line is an extreme liability. Alex Smith was sacked like 5 times. And he came in at halftime.
But I mean, why not put him in, right? Because Allen's going to come in and he looked ass. So why not just put in?
Another report came out after the fact stating that Kyle Allen would start as long as he was healthy. But the weird thing is that during that game, he cleared the concussion protocol and they left Alex Smith in. So I do think that there's a little bit of sus going on there.
Going forward.
Right.
Our
like,
guy.
Oh, yeah, like, Like,
It's
okay,
Alex, nigga.
right.
Like,
Yeah. I think Alex Smith gets more touches.
Allen was never supposed to be the guy.
No.
What was supposed to happen was Haskins was supposed to play as good as he was supposed to until Alex was ready.
That's what I think.
And I said under 4 games. I was.
And you were
I'm
in for
right
it.
there,
It was
bro.
game 4. It's
I'm
true.
right there.
Yeah.
I'm right there. I called it. Like it was just clear to tell. Even when they beat us, like it was just clear to tell. Like Haskins was not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to hit this next topic.
Let's go.
We need to talk about Dak Prescott. Like, we need to.
We've
talked about him a lot, and we need to talk about the current state of the Cowboys, and we need to talk about how we feel about their projections moving forward.
So I'll be completely honest.
I think we need to start by giving T's and P's to Dak Prescott.
First and foremost, I was going to say
T's
I
and
do
P's.
want to say, like, prayers because that injury.
And they already had a confirmation, and I called this from the beginning,
bad.
too. I even posted this on
It's
Facebook.
bad.
He has a fracture and ligament damage. It was
Bro.
a dislocation and a fracture.
Well, I mean,
I was right about both of those.
We saw his shit turned off to the side.
It was
like,
fucked up.
Bro,
Well, anytime it turns like that, it's a dislocation. Anytime you have a dislocation, you have to worry about ligament damage too. So
it looked exactly like Gordon Hayward shit.
Yep.
Like
It was bad. Not as bad as Gordon Hayward's, but damn near.
It made it more worse because Gordon Hayward jumped up and landed weird.
Yeah. He
Dak
had, like,
Prescott
a guy come
slid.
down
Like he
on him.
slid into
Oof.
that. Like
Yeah.
he slid his leg into that.
Yep.
Like, oh, that's different.
Yeah, it was bad.
I will definitely give love and prayers to Cowboys people and Dak. But I will tell you this right now. Even though Dak has had these monster numbers,
They're fake.
we already said they're kind of fake
They're
because
fake
he's
numbers.
throwing in
They're inflated.
coverages
They're inflated.
that are soft.
Yep.
Because they were coming back most of the
Yep.
time.
All
so
garbage.
It should be expected for you to be able to find all these pockets and
Yes.
kill.
And me and Damian, we've been saying for a while that we feel like Red Rocket could do a little bit better than Dak
Andy
Prescott.
Dalton is about to.
Andy Dalton's. I think he's going to win y'all the division.
Look, full season?
I think he's going to win the division.
Right now, right? I have to go back and retrace the records, but I can say Andy Dalton can win 10 games with this team.
Easy. So easy.
And but
This
hold
is the
on,
best
there's
roster
only
he's ever
what?
had.
There's only like what,
seasons
13,
with the
14
Cincinnati
games left?
Bengals where he was winning 13, 14 games.
Bro, there's already only like 12 or 13 games left though,
Right.
because he could win 10
He could.
out of the next 12.
He could.
I feel that. And we called it, but we said it.
Tony
Like,
Dungy came out and said that the Dak Prescott
It's
injury
tough.
is a blessing in disguise for
It's
the
tough.
Cowboys. And
It's tough.
I know a lot of people are flipping that into sounding insensitive because it is an injury.
Well, he's just
But
saying
I see what he's saying though.
He's being
kind
honest.
of right. Like
Andy Dalton is y'all's go-to guy. Dak
Yes.
was kind of there, and Dak is just not the guy for you.
I
And
mean, dude, Andy Dalton won the game with some insane passes. Like, dude, he balled the fuck out, and he
Yep.
did exactly what we said he was going to do. And you just talked last week
it
about
was easy.
You just talked last week about the simulation that they ran on Madden too, where like
11,
they put the backup quarterbacks
11-5.
right,
11-5. So I have no doubt that Andy Dalton can
I don't either.
crush.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton did it with a Cincinnati team where he had
That's
one player.
AJ Green. That
He's
was it.
on the Cowboys now with Cooper and Zeke and
CeeDee
like
Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb
Michael
and
Gallup. Right.
Right. Should I keep going or should we
You
just
don't-
stop? Like,
right.
what the hell? Like,
You're right.
He's gonna go nuts with that team,
He's
and
gonna
all that's gonna
pop
happen
the
is
fuck off, bro.
he won't get a max, right? Because he's older.
No. So
But
that's what I was saying.
He will get enough money where
they
they
sign
can
him for
still
10.
bring somebody.
That's what I've been saying.
Like,
so
dog.
they don't have to pay Dak.
They don't have to pay
tie
that.
up all
They
their
can let
money.
that go.
They can give Andy Dalton like a 3-year deal off of
like a weird week.
like $6, $7, $8, $9 million.
He'll accept it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
He'll
he already
accept
wants
it
to
at
be in
this
Dallas.
point. He'll accept it at this
and
point.
he's got veteran presence. He has playoff experience. Dude, he
it's
has
a wrap.
everything.
It's a wrap.
And they can still afford to sign free agents for their defense that's struggling.
The most important part about all this is you don't have to pay Dak a max.
Nope.
Like, and all that money, put it on your defense.
Yep.
Your defense needs to be hurt
They have
and it's
everything
trash.
they need on offense.
Just put it all on defense.
have everything they
and
need.
just keep that little Andy Dalton,
Yep.
who will take any amount of money
Yep.
that you throw at him now, because technically he's in his ending years. So
Pretty much.
anything you give him,
He's cool with it.
he'll be fine with.
Yep.
But y'all will be a contender, like for
I think
sure.
So. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Another thing you have to consider too
Oh my
is
gosh.
like Dak Prescott kind of fucked up, and I said this, and I
Dak
thought I
did.
was going to get a lot of hate for it, but people kind of agree with me. Dak was holding out over a couple $1 million a year, man. They offered him 35 over 5 years, man.
I don't know why he didn't take that. We talked about this.
We did.
He was only, to me, worth 30.
Yeah.
Anything over 30,
and they offered him 35.
you should have took.
And he turned it
and
down.
honestly, I would have only gave you like 25, Dak, if you asking me as an owner. They gave you 30.
True.
That was a runaway.
Yeah.
And that's after you have to expect Zeke getting what he just got.
Yep.
But Zeke
And
is
Amari
better than
Cooper.
you, though.
Yep.
Zeke should be getting what he's getting.
Yep.
You should be the second player, though, and
Yep.
that's fine. Nobody else is going to make that much money like you're making.
It's true, though.
Take that.
It's like you only have to sign one of those contracts and you're set for life.
Why are you
So,
asking for
why
more?
not? Yeah.
Why are you asking for more?
And my thing, too, is like,
Bro.
you're talking about a few $1 million. Dude, you're already going to make like over 30. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Why do you want
And I said, you want to know what it is? It's
like,
ego.
It
Like, he just wants
matter.
to say he was making a little bit more because at that point, all the money's the same.
So, but this is the thing. You were good, bro, in college.
He was good in the NFL.
We get that. You're good in the NFL.
You're just
but
not the best.
Your effect to your team was not what it was like when you were in college.
And I'm not trying to talk shit. I feel like
Dak is good.
Like Dak fucked
I'm not
up.
talking shit either. I told you, right?
fucked up.
If Dak stays there, right?
Yeah.
He would just be like the second Tony Romo that was there. Never won a ring, never did nothing. But the stats are tremendous.
Yeah.
If you start thinking about the best quarterbacks there, you think about maybe only top 3. Tony Romo's in that. He doesn't have a ring,
I
but
think so.
stats-wise, he's in there, right?
But at the same time, this is what I've been arguing like the whole season so far, right?
bro.
Everyone's talking about how Dak's going to get paid and he's making all these numbers and
He's
stuff.
not going to get paid.
No, he's not winning any games.
The-
Dude, you can throw for
Bro.
2,000 yards and have 60 touchdowns. I don't give a fuck if you
Bro.
lose all your games, you have no value.
If you really looking into this shit, right? If you really look into it, when Zeke got his deal coming off of
That was
beating
it.
women and all, you already knew.
Yeah.
Look,
Like at that moment, everyone was like,
everybody's like, that's Dallas saying like, this is our guy.
yeah, this is what we're
Based
building
off
around.
that contract that he got. Like, we already knew after that happened, Dak was not going to get.
No.
Like,
They couldn't do it. They can't.
because
they
Zeke
won't.
is getting it, dude.
Yeah.
And Amari says he wanted to stay.
Yeah.
He's getting it
Yeah,
too.
so Amari and then DeMarcus Lawrence
Dude,
and
bro,
Smith,
Dak,
like, they all
there's
got paid,
no room, bro.
Nope.
So literally Zeke was the last one to get that deal. Dak should have took the 30. Like, that was the most
Like,
that
they
we
were
can give
already
you.
offering him a fuck
And
ton.
dude,
like,
that's
just
way
take
more
the
than you
money.
should even be getting anyway.
Yeah.
You and your girlfriend think that you better, bro. Don't nobody else think you that good other than you and your girlfriend. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck, dude?
And with all
30?
due respect, like, we're not saying you're not good.
You're
like,
good,
just
but
take the money, dude.
30 though? No, that is better than what you are, and you don't play better than
It's
that.
true,
So
though.
whatever money you're asking for is not better than that, bro. Like,
Right.
take that and get out of the way.
I agree.
Zeke got what he got, and if you hating on him, that's okay. But
I think
Zeke plays
still earned
better
it.
than you.
He still earned it.
Zeke played
Yep.
and balled out way harder than you did last year, and the only reason you were that good was because Zeke did what he did last year.
I
That's
agree.
why Zeke got his money first.
I agree.
After everything that happened, you were the good Samaritan. You didn't do nothing. Zeke was the one I was out in the news doing weird stuff, beating up his girlfriend and
true.
doing shit.
Grabbing titties and shit.
And they bring Zeke to this conference with like a bull nose all in his shit, like, and you know, a bull ring all in his nose. And, bro, you can have whatever you want.
Do what you think. Do your thing, man.
And Jerry Jones was sitting there just taking it, bro.
Ice
you can have
out like
whatever you
Alvin
want.
Kamara, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, man, look.
Dude, that grill was fire.
Oh, my
So
God,
T's
bro.
and P's to Dak Prescott. He kind of fucked up, but like, I mean, here's what's gonna happen. You want to know what's gonna happen now? They're gonna stick with Andy Dalton. The Cowboys are probably not gonna sign him, and he's gonna get lowballed in free agency next year.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a quarterback, but he's probably gonna get a prove deal. He's
So-
gonna have to prove it
but
all
he's
over
gonna
again
ball out,
and hope
though.
that he's maybe.
Well, it depends on where he goes, right?
Right.
I can tell you right now, he's going to go to a low-tier team. Like, an actual team that's in contention right now is not about to grab him because technically,
Of course
right,
not.
at least let's be real.
Yeah.
Dak is still going to be a starting quarterback for somebody.
I would assume so.
So he ain't going to go and be a backup. So he's going to go to
probably
some
not.
He's going to go to some team. Bro, think about this, right? Like, what if it goes to, like, the Browns? Like, if they don't believe in Baker Mayfield no more, and then he has
That would be
Odell
kind
and-
of bananas.
Right. So these are the kind of things I'm thinking about. I already said Dak wasn't going to stay there. Well, as soon as y'all got Andy, come on, bro. Everybody knew this. Like,
Yeah, it's
he's
not gonna
asking for
happen.
too much. Like,
It's
Jerry
too good
Jones.
of a situation to pass up, like
Bro,
from a business
yeah, it's just
perspective.
weird. Like, the way everything went into effect with Zeke getting his big deal, and then they signed Andy. Like, you know, it was what it was at that point. But Dak is going to go somewhere. and he will be effective. He will still make all these records. He will still like play good, but I don't think he's going to. His stats are good, but he doesn't bring you wins.
Well, that's what I said.
And so
the most important statistic is wins.
It's wins.
Yeah.
Like, you can do all that, but I want to win.
And that's why a lot of people are like Andy Dalton can't do this, can't do that. I'm like, dude, Andy Dalton wins.
Andy Dalton balls out, dude.
That's what
Balls
matters.
out, dude. He balls out, dude.
And nobody can argue with me about that because he did it year after year with like a garbage ass Cincinnati team. Like
AJ Green.
How many times did they go to the playoffs? Dog. Like when they shouldn't have.
One player. All he had was AJ Green.
Right.
And AJ Green was in and out of still.
Was he around in the Chad Ochocinco days?
And still.
That was still Chris Palmer. Like
I
Carson
think that was
Palmer,
right before.
Yeah, right.
Right before.
Yeah.
That was right before.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But still,
regardless, like
Andy Dalton smashed with Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And people say he didn't because he didn't really do that much, but he only had a player to go to.
Yeah,
but he still put himself.
I bet you most of the people that say he didn't do much weren't paying attention because Cincinnati sucked,
dog.
but it wasn't his fault.
He is
ever.
about to make Dak look so bad. That's the part that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Well, he's just gonna show that you don't have to pay all that money to get similar output.
He's just gonna
that's what he's gonna show.
Bro, he's gonna slaughter.
Yeah.
And Dak is lucky like Cole Beasley still ain't there and all them kind of play like. He would look dumb.
It's
because
true, though.
Really the reason why Cole Beasley ain't there is because he say like y'all got favoritism and y'all really like Dak and Dak is fucking trash. Fuck him.
Yikes.
And then they were like, oh no, you gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go. So then Cole has to leave. So then you start looking at they bring in your boy from Green Bay.
Randall Cobb?
He gone.
Yeah,
because he came that one season and Dak, you actually are fucking trash. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Amari stayed, right? Barely though. They paid him to stay.
They paid him a lot of money
because he was about to come to the Eagles because we had the bread. We had the bread.
Yeah, y'all needed him.
If he wasn't about to be with Cowboys, he would have like. Yeah. So it's just like a bunch of players that are almost like settling, which is like how Carson Wentz is starting to be. Like players feel like they're like settling, so they fake just injuries, I think, and like, no, I'm good for this season. Like I can't play. Like, and so we see like D-Jack. We see Aguilar. We see, like, Jeffries. Like, all these players don't want to play with him. And it's because, like, you suck, bro. I would rather... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Okay, let's go and wrap the show up. We're going to do our Week 6 picks. And that'll be it.
Hey, guys, we went hard. I know we probably only talked about 2 or 3 topics. But you know what it is when y'all talk to us, man. Like, man, it's super tough, man. It's super tough. And, hey... We also have to throw out, because we did not talk about this, and this is a weird thing that happened since the postponement. Buffalo and the Titans actually play tomorrow.
Yeah, they play tomorrow.
So we got to call that game too.
We already called it before, because it was supposed to be a Sunday game.
But the circumstances are now a lot different.
Okay. Well, then if you want to make that pick real quick before we move on,
so
I'm
still picking Buffalo.
Yeah, I picked the Bills as well. My pick doesn't change.
But
and I also want to make it known that because the Pittsburgh Steelers Tennessee Titans game got postponed, that counted as their bye week.
Yeah, but they played yesterday.
Huh?
Steelers
no, I know, but
yesterday.
what I'm saying is both those teams lost their bye week, though.
Right. But this is what I'm telling you. I told you when Ben came back.
He's playing good.
They were going to fucking slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
What's their record?
They're undefeated.
Undefeated, bro.
Yeah, there's we're not going to be able. We don't have enough time to get into it, but I was going to talk about.
You said like, bro,
too.
he does a guy at Antonio Brown, bro. The run, like you said all this stuff, and I was like, bro, I told you he gonna go in.
I didn't say they weren't gonna. I didn't say they're gonna play like shit.
Bro, you didn't. But you said like my like.
I felt you were high on him,
right?
For sure.
But am I? It don't look like it, right?
Not so far.
It don't look like it, right?
We'll see.
Let's go to week 6.
Let's dive into our picks. Okay, so the first game, Thursday Night Football, is going to be Chiefs-Bills at Buffalo.
Bills.
I got Bills as well.
Bills.
Man.
Ooh, hold on. Since I'm beating you. Because I like to listen to your picks. And you
That's cheating.
No, hold on. It's not cheating. You make me look at the game differently because I don't look at these until I come here.
Well, I don't either.
Because I can look at them, but then I would just look at certain shit. So since you're picking the Bills, I'll pick the Chiefs. I think Mahomes will pull through.
Titans, Texans.
I'm gonna pick the Texans. Which we did not talk about this, bro. We did not talk about this. Bill got fired. Texas won.
But they also played Jacksonville.
Doesn't matter.
So we'll see.
Does not matter.
We'll see. But
it's Tennessee, right? Everybody's on Tannehill,
see.
but we just had this talk,
We'll
this
see.
whole episode. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Ravens, Eagles at Philly.
Well, of course, right?
Ravens.
Yeah, I got to go against my team because I feel like if I go against them, right, then they'll win.
Well, I mean, they lost last week, so
They did.
Okay.
So then I can. Oh, and then let me make. So then
You
that
gonna
means
go
I
Eagles
can.
then?
I want Eagles.
Okay.
Because now I can just
Right.
you know.
There's balance. Right. Okay.
I could go back.
All right. Falcons, Vikings at Vikings.
You know what? Bro, can I just not pick nobody? Because they're both so
It's
ass.
true,
Like
though.
it like you don't even know who to pick. Like because they're
way.
both so garbage. Like
Yeah.
I guess I will pick Cousins whack ass. Like
I picked Vikings as well. The
I'm a-
only thing that makes me think that could change is like Dan Quinn is gone and the GM is gone, but I feel like that's too much.
I just see
dysfunction.
the Falcons getting like a big lead and losing it. Like
Yeah, and
like,
and we
don't-
also just watched the Vikings almost beat the Seattle Seahawks last night in Seattle.
I
So,
mean, like we could say kind of, but I just feel like Russell at this point is just playing around with everybody. Like
yeah.
you know, like
get
so
it.
it's tough. Like
Okay.
to
Browns Steelers at Steelers.
You already know who the fuck I'm picking.
Browns.
No,
You sure?
you know I fucking hate
sure?
Mayfield, bro.
Oh,
I really,
and for
I
the
hope he
record,
listens to our show
I
one
picked the
time.
Vikings and the Steelers as well.
Tells me some shit.
Bengals Colts at Indianapolis.
You know, my boy Burrow is gonna shit on Rivers, bro. Like,
Okay.
because Rivers is not that good. So.
All right. Well, I picked the Colts.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You know, I picked them weird ones.
Okay. Lions Jags at Jags.
I got Lions.
I have Lions as well.
Matthews there. I got them.
Yeah.
You already know my next one. You already know.
Bears.
You already know.
Yeah. Bears.
You know.
Panthers at Panthers.
Which I picked against against Tampa, and we didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
but that
you
was
did
huge.
call the Bears versus
that
Tampa.
was huge,
Yeah.
bro. I called that, bro.
That's
I
true, though.
called it.
Yeah, we didn't get around to that, but that's okay. Washington against New
Can
York.
I not pick on
the
this one
Giants?
either? Like, can this be one of those like? Can I not pick on it either? Can this be one of those like Falcons Vikings type of like
Yeah,
picks?
for real,
Like,
right.
my boy's benched. I feel like Alex is actually going to start.
So you think Washington?
I think Washington. Yeah.
Okay, I picked the Giants.
Giants has nothing. Like, what can you offer me? Nothing.
Not much.
Like, yeah.
Actually,
You know,
I'm gonna pick Washington too.
yeah. I mean, like, what do the Giants have to offer with Saquon gone? I mean, I don't feel like
Nothing.
darn just really
Yeah.
gonna dime up right now. To
Right.
who? Like to
Jets,
like, to what?
Chargers at LA.
That's a tough one, actually. I'm going with my boy Herbert though. I was huge on the Jets, bro. Let's be real though. The Jets have a squad, dude.
They don't.
They low key do though.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Well, like Jay
Low
Crowder.
key.
Jay Crowder's pretty good.
Low key, they
Le'Veon
do.
Bell is fine. I mean, but Sam Darnold sucks, and their offensive line is
But-
not
but
impressive.
I mean-
like I don't know what to tell you.
bro,
man.
like they low key could have won some games that they lost.
well, I mean,
it's
that's
what I'm saying.
That's always the case.
No, it's not.
All right,
dude.
well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're
Just
already running long.
New York teams suck, okay?
Yeah,
and
they
they're
do.
just everybody's in that vibe. But
Right.
you know, yeah, Chargers.
Okay. Dolphins, Broncos in Denver.
Drew Lock.
He's not back yet.
I have to go with the Dolphins, man.
Okay.
Fitzmagic is my guy. Who'd you pick?
Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked the Dolphins. Packers, Bucks.
Bucks. This would be bro. You know we have a couple that we go against each other.
I picked the Packers.
Look, Tom Brady. I think he got exposed last week. He gonna come out this week and be like, "Nah, I can't. Not against Aaron." Like
We'll see.
and he'll come prepared and he'll do his
We'll
thing.
see, man.
Yep.
Then we got the Rams, 49ers.
Goofy question.
Rams.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go 49ers.
You're going to go 49ers?
I am.
I'm picking the Rams.
I'm gonna go 49ers.
Okay.
This next one, don't even ask me.
And well, that's Monday night.
Oh, well,
so
I
yeah,
changed-
so
well,
we won't do
we
that one
shouldn't.
yet. So that's the last game for
Oh
Sunday.
man, that's tough.
So our picks are in.
Damn.
Games that we have different include I picked the Bills, you picked the Chiefs.
Yep.
I picked the Titans, he picked the Texans. I picked the Colts, you picked the Bengals.
Yep.
And
We have one more.
I picked the Packers, you picked the Bucks. I picked
Yep.
the Rams, you picked the 49ers.
But bro, we're always gonna. We
got
always
a lot of
have
different
we
picks
all-
this
well,
week.
so this week was a lot. Well, we usually have like two or three.
Just a couple, yeah.
2 or 3 is
so we
always
got a lot
the
to look
norm.
at, yeah.
This week though, it's gonna definitely be a determining like.
Yeah, like either you're gonna create some space or like I'm gonna cover some
Right.
ground.
I already kind of have some space now, so this will either be like I'll let you gain and pass me, or
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just gonna
I
run
got
with.
you.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
run away with it. Yeah.
Cool. All right, well,
Yeah.
that wraps things up.
Hey,
We didn't
look.
get around to Tom Brady being a retard.
Man.
We didn't get around to Jimmy G being a piece of shit and getting benched for CJ Beathard. And we didn't get around to upsets this week. So,
But that's okay, guys.
Sorry about that.
Because y'all already know.
Yeah.
That if y'all listen to the show, y'all know I called all the upsets, which is why I'm ahead right now in the total. So y'all already know Tom Brady, 4th down. I didn't know, but
Yeah.
you're a damn veteran, Hall of Fame.
And we'll just do a collective shout out to the Raiders and to the Miami Dolphins for getting like 2 outrageous upsets. We can't really we can't go into it just because this episode's already running long. But shout out to those guys and their fans.
Yeah, for sure. Raiders should be definitely
Respected. Yeah,
looking
I think so
forward
too.
to some
They've
shit.
beaten
For
some
sure.
real teams this
Raiders are they're 2-2, right? But
It's a strong 2.
it's a very strong
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps things up.
Hey.
It's been a great episode. I hope you guys enjoyed listening. It's hump day. You got 2 days until our Friday show.
Make sure
We're going
y'all
to send
hump
you in the
somebody.
weekend with one hell of a banger of an episode. We hope that y'all listen to both shows. And we appreciate you guys for fucking with us.
Hey, all day, every day, and y'all keep it 100. And again, he said it was hump day. You know, we leading up, but make sure y'all hump somebody. You know what I'm saying?
All right, deuces.
Bet.